In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Samsung Galaxy A17 5G. Stay tuned. Alright everyone, hopefully you guys are having a good day. Hopefully everyone is safe out there. We have the brand new Samsung Galaxy A17 5G courtesy of wirelessplace.com. So if you guys do want to pick up this phone, it is available right now at wirelessplace.com. And if you guys pick this up, you can go to the checkout, put in code TechRight, and get 2% off of your order. So make sure to go ahead and check them out, as they do support this channel and did provide this review unit for review. Now, this device was $249 because it is the 6GB of RAM variant. However, in the United States, once it drops, it's probably going to be about $200, the same as the Galaxy A16. But as far as the specifications go, they are very, very closely related to the Galaxy A16 5G. So we have a 6.7-inch Full HD Plus display, 90Hz refresh rate, 800 nits on this device. We do have eSIM compatibility on here, which is great to see. We have the option of either 4, 6, or 8 gigabytes of RAM. We have the Exynos 1330 inside of here, the same processor that we saw on the Galaxy A16 5G. And of course, we have a 5,000 milliamp battery inside of here and 25 watt fast charging. We also have IP54 dust protected and water resistance. And we also have Corning Gorilla Glass Victus. So an upgrade on that glass right there. It's about level 5 on Mohs level of hardness scale. So definitely better than last year's device. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and open up this device. As you guys see, we got the silver color. I believe it comes in silver, blue, and black. So those are the colors. I just thought this color was super dope. So let's go ahead and open this up and see how this looks. Alright everyone, so first and foremost, we have our SIM ejector tool. Inside of our box, we have our USB Type-C to USB Type-C data cable. We also have our quick start guide right here. We have our warranty and certificates and stuff like that right there. And of course, last but not least, we have our device right here. All right. Look at that color. Wow. This color looks beautiful. This also does feel a lot more premium than most sub $200 phones. This feels really, really good. So definitely like the way this feels. Also, the color is super sexy right here. And the difference between the Galaxy A16 and the A17 as far as like design language is we have that new camera bump right there. So definitely looks nicer, looks a little bit more premium. Definitely does not look like a $200 phone, that's for sure. But on the back of this device, we have our Samsung branding right here on this beautiful silver back. We also have our camera setup right here. Our main camera is going to be a 50 megapixel wide angle camera. Our secondary is going to be a 5 megapixel ultra wide, and our third is going to be a 2 megapixel macro. And we can shoot up to 4K 30 frames per second as far as video goes, and of course 1080p 30 frames per second, and I think 1060 as well. But we'll do a full camera review on this Galaxy A17's camera very, very soon. On the right side of this device, we have, of course, our power button right there that doubles as our fingerprint sensor. Just above that, we have our volume up and down rocker, not spaced. And of course, as you guys can see, they are still using that key island design right there, which I did enjoy. Top of the device, we do have a noise canceling mic. Left side of the device, we have our SIM tray. We can go ahead and expand that storage via micro SD card still as well. So beautiful to see that. And of course, we have the option for eSIM compatibility as well. So great that we have that in here as well. As far as the bottom of the device, pretty plain Jane. We do not have a headphone jack in here, sadly. We have a noise canceling mic. In the middle, we have a USB Type-C port. And of course, to the right side, we have our loudspeaker right there. And sadly, this is not going to be a stereo speaker phone. We are only going to have one speaker inside this phone. But I'm going to go ahead and set up this phone and I'll be back in a moment. Alright everyone, so here is the Galaxy A17 5G. The one thing I forgot to add is we do have a front-facing camera right there, and we have that little half circle or teardrop notch. So yes, they're still going to be using that design language in 2025. And that single camera right there is going to be a 13 megapixel wide angle camera. The other great thing about this device, we have One UI 7.0 and we have Android 15 straight out of the box. And the beautiful thing is we have 6 years of operating system updates. So we'll be going from Android 15 to Android 21 Very, very crazy stuff right here. And as you guys see, we have the new drop-down menu right here. We have our smart view or modes or smart things nearby devices. If we get in here, we have our auto rotate, airplane mode. We have our mobile hotspot, scan QR code. We have a quick share. We have mobile data right there to go ahead and set up. So yeah, looks decent right there. We have our media output as well. As far as going through the UI and stuff, it is decently snappy. I was hearing some bad stuff about the 4GB of RAM version. So if you can dodge that version, definitely go ahead and get the 6GB of RAM version. It is going to be a much quicker device. All right, everyone. So next thing I want to go ahead and take a look at is the camera inside of this device. So going through here, of course, we have our portrait mode. We have our fun mode, which is like Snapchat filters and stuff like that. We also have our photo mode right here. We have our video. And for some reason, it looks like we can only go up to 1080p at 30 frames per second. I thought it said 4K on the spec sheet. Okay, weird. Going into more right here, we have our pro mode, we have our panorama mode, we have our food, we have our night, our macro, slow motion, and of course, our hyperlapse. But I just want to go ahead and take a photo really quick and see how this looks. Okay, so we have some good color, good contrast. It doesn't look blown out of proportion. It looks like the same color that we have right here. And we have some great clarity on here. So solid photos so far. Of course, we're going to be doing the full review on the camera of this device, but looks pretty decent. And the last couple things I want to do on this device is test out the single speaker that we have at the bottom right here and see how the Super AMOLED display looks when we're taking a look at a 4K video. All right, everyone, so we're going to go ahead and play this video right here from NCS and see how this sounds. All right, everyone, so the speaker on here is actually pretty loud. It does sound a bit flat, to be quite honest. It's not anything crazy. The bass isn't super heavy or anything like that. And it would have really helped this phone out to use a second speaker. So stereo speakers definitely would have been the move for this device. And it would have been a nice upgrade from the Galaxy A16. So I don't know why they didn't do that. But for most people, if you're buying a $200 phone, I'd say they're pretty average for the $200 price tag. And last but not least, we're going to take a look at a 4K video on the Galaxy A17. This is going to be a Full HD Super AMOLED display. So the colors are actually going to be really good on here. All right, everyone, so for the display, beautiful colors, great contrast, great sharpness on here, especially for that $200 price tag. I don't have any complaints for the $200 price tag. This has a very, very decent display, and Samsung's been doing a great job with their displays on their sub $200 devices. So this is no different. It looks great. All right, everyone, so that was my unboxing and first impressions on the Galaxy A17 5G. So my verdict for this phone is it's a solid phone, especially if they release this at a $200 price tag in the US. It is going to be a solid phone that is going to sell like hotcakes. Now, should you upgrade? If you have the Galaxy A16, the answer is absolutely no. This is essentially the same phone as the Galaxy A16, other than like a facelift with a new back right here. So we have a new design and, of course, Gorilla Glass Victus. That's essentially all that's changed from the Galaxy A16 to the Galaxy A17. But if you have the Galaxy A15 or the Galaxy A14, this may be what you want to go ahead and get for your next phone. This may be a good upgrade for you. It definitely looks much more premium than the Galaxy A14 and A15 and even A16 for that matter. And we have a bunch of new upgrades to this phone that have released since the release of the Galaxy A14 and A15. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. This was my unboxing and first impressions of the Samsung Galaxy A17 5G. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. This has been Safon from TechRight. Peace out, Tech Gang.